that lecture, that live stream, you will get more from that one singular video. If you've been with me for a year or two, foundational understanding, that live stream, I wish I would have had that in the charter membership lectures, but because people were in there selling my stuff and making it available to everybody else around the world, I stopped doing mentorship, and because it was abused there, then now I just do it like this, where it's for free and I ain't got to worry about it because everybody has it, and if somebody's stupid enough to pay for it because I'm teaching it to you for free on my live streams now and YouTube videos, and you're a moron if you're paying for it now because it's literally given to you as a gift. There's people out there that think there's no way he's not teaching behind a paywall still. No, I'm not. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing signals. I'm not doing mentorships. I'm not selling information. I'm not doing investment ideas. So everybody that says, you just DM'd me, I don't ever DM anyone. I'm not on Instagram. I'm not on Discord. I'm not going to talk to you on, can't remember what's Telegram. I'm not on Facebook. I'm never going to DM you on X or Twitter. I don't do those things. But as soon as someone asks you for money and it looks like I'm talking to you, block them because that's a scammer. I don't need your money. I don't need your affiliate code to make money. I don't need to do anything. Okay, I'm out here doing this for free. So we went back through all the pertinent details here, and then look how we came down recently here. So this was after the live stream that I gave you. It came down to the 70.5 level, and it's the lower quadrant of this buy-side bounce sell-side efficiency. It's that here, runs higher, and then we run out the high that's formed there. There's a small little pool of liquidity right there. That would be the next point of interest for me. There's no inefficiency here, and we have a volume imbalance there. So if it pumps above that high, that volume imbalance right there, have that on your chart because that might be a point. That's the next area I would expect if we resume higher in prices for dollar index. That's where I think it would go to next. So we have buy side there, and then we have a PDA above it, which is that volume imbalance. Cutting through candles because we're not supply and demand. These guys. So we have the euro dollar. Like I said, I would not be trading Forex right now. I just simply wouldn't. There's nothing here that is exciting. There isn't anything that stands out as this really wonderful price action. It's just really crummy. And I know some of you are just only trying to trade Forex, but I would love to be able to come in and say, this is what it's going to absolutely do, and it's going to be easy for you. I don't think it's going to be like that. There's a lot of people watching Venezuela and what's about to happen there. And because we're knocking on China's back door from a proxy perspective, because they're building a relationship for their natural resources and whatnot. And we want to kind of like keep China from being able to utilize that. Plus, they're real close to us by being down there, and it's getting ready to pop off. So that's going to actually have a lot of reverberations in the marketplace, and you can see it really in the currency markets. Currency markets are very forward-looking, like the bond market, and the bond market tends to anticipate, whereas the currencies, when they start to contract, that means something. What's up, my bossing? What's up? And it's usually something geopolitical. Okay, and when it's free and loose and moving around, then you can sleep at night knowing that there's no risk. Here, it's waiting for the next shoe to drop. That means something big is about to take place, and that's why I warned you before. Be careful if you're trading currencies, because I would not want to be out there and have some kind of crazy wild run like the Swissy and the Euro depegging years back, where it literally killed banks and institutions and traders and brokerage firms. Like it was that bad, and there was no way that you could have protected yourself from it. That's where we're at, basically. That's why I'm telling you, be careful with currencies. And pound moving a lot better than the euro.
Thanks for
So
following, Johnny.
again, I just count
Sir
you to go back
Johnny.
and look at that live stream I did back then. I'm just showing you the chart here because what I said there, you're seeing it now. I said crude oil, I wouldn't be really interested in it. And you can see it's done right next to nothing. But the sell side I mentioned there, and then hammer ground consolidation. So again, when I say video, you'll see what you see here is what I basically said for crude oil. Gold. We have closed in this area here, which I said I would prefer it to stay open. As long as it stayed open, then new all-time highs would be expected. It came down, closed that in. The bodies did not close below that high of that candlestick, which would be the low of the buy side and bounce sell side efficiency. So all these wicks in here look like accumulation to me. I mean, I'm not certain or convinced that the gold market's done going higher. All the things that are there for the gold market that have been going up, none of it's
May
going
news ba
away.
ngayon? Yes,
So
at
to me, I just
8:30.
think that this is a nice, healthy retracement, and then this is a smaller retracement before another leg higher. And I welcome being wrong in that regard because I'm not long gold here. I'm not in this market, so I can be objective about it. I don't have any skin in the race, which makes it if you're gonna listen to somebody, I guess that's probably the best one to listen to, right? I don't have anything that's gonna worry me if I'm wrong, and I don't have anything to get hopped up on goofballs if I'm right. And I'm just sticking to the analysis concepts that I teach all of you, and for the most part, they've done very well over the last 33 years for me. So I'm still bullish on gold. I don't have any reason to expect it to have topped here yet. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, apart from like the other indices, like there's the Dow. We talked about how that was the only indice that made the higher high in relationship to the S&P, which failed to make that higher high. So we went down, took out that low there. Again, go watch the recording, the live stream. So it did all the things I was talking about here.
Nood
Told you to
muna
have
kayo.
this on
Nood muna kayo
on
ng
your chart,
YouTube.
and it came right back up here on the day that it caused the crash, and it melted down here, and it just keyed off below. I anticipated and shared with you in a live stream. And then finally back into the NASDAQ. And let's go into the hourly chart.
What's up mga boss?
These are very, very painful days when you try to look for a move down into the opening range gap. It's very difficult to fight it when it's showing one-sidedness. And everything that I've highlighted this morning was showing that one-sidedness to the upside. So it's very difficult for me to articulate without having at least referring you to all the previous lectures I've ever talked about, where it's in all of the banter and all the monologues and all the talking points. Those are the things that I'm sharing in terms of 3 decades of experience, what I'm focusing on. When do I focus on certain things? When do I not focus on certain things? I don't think there's enough people out here with the level of experience, time doing it, being correct with it that many times, and authoring concepts you're learning about right now. Nobody else has that authority to do that. I'm not saying there isn't profitable people out there that don't have a good grasp on how they trade. I'm saying that if you're going to learn concepts that I call smart money concepts and the PD arrays that I authored, if you're going to bother with it at all, you're cheating yourself if you are avoiding listening to everything I'm saying, because I'm giving you real world examples over live price action. I'm giving you previous price runs in advance. So I tell you before it happens where it's going to go, then you can study it. If it doesn't work, then I'm going to fall on my face, and it fails. And then there's your litmus test. I failed it, so therefore you don't waste any time. You're not wasting any money with me, right? So you can go on and do whatever else you want to chase and pursue as a better alternative. But it's the fool's errand to try to learn this and think that not listening to all of the dry conversations when I'm referring to certain things about a model or about
What's up?
pitfalls,
Thank you for
things that
following
a
Ryan
new trader, a
RA
new student,
and
they don't want to
Tisoy
listen to that
Things.
kind of stuff. And when someone has real world experience and they're trying to make themselves available to anyone willing to listen, and they're willing to talk for hours and hours and hours in an area where they're not even making money doing it, is because they care enough to help you that are listening and try to make money and not hurt yourself financially. For someone to say, I'm not interested in learning that, or this is too complicated, I promise you, if you spend time, go, as soon as you feel that way, go stop watching everything I ever do and go do something else. If you find profitability doing that, then you've answered your own problem and you fixed your problem. You're making money now. But I encourage everybody to go do other things and then come back when that stuff fails. And then listen to me. And then you'll have some kind of a baseline to grow from because you've already been on the other side of the fence. So now you know what I'm referring to. There's certain things out there that are just meant for you to fail doing. They're red herrings. They're things that are meant to cause you to trust them, but they have no validity and or even direct relationship as to why price goes up or down, why it stops right there at that tick. Why does it stop right there
Why it
at that time of
stops?
the day? Why does it start running at that time of the day at very price level? That tick. Why is it doing it? See the school of thought that's out there, the traditional support resistance, you know, head and shoulders, flags, pennants, expansion, uh, what is it, broadening tops and broadening bottoms, V bottoms, all